Good morning, students. Welcome you all for Next Generation Learning. Today, we are going to see the subject Physics, Class 10, Chapter number 11, Human Eye and Colorful World. Topics 11.3, Refraction of a light through a glass prism. In a chapter number 10, Light, Reflection and Refraction, we have learnt refraction through a rectangular glass slab. Look at this diagram. This is a rectangular glass slab. When the light fall on the rectangular glass slab, it refracted, then it emerged from the glass slab. This ray is incident ray, this is a refractor ray, this is emergent ray. If I draw the incident ray in this direction, here the emergent ray and the incident ray are parallel to each other. The distance between emergent ray and incident ray is called lateral displacement. You have learnt how light gets refracted through a rectangular glass slab. For parallel refracting surfaces as in a glass slab, the emergent ray is parallel to incident ray. However, it is slightly displaced laterally. How would light get refracted through a transparent prism? So in the last chapter, we learned that the refraction through a glass slab. When the light is fall on a glass slab, it refracted, then it emergent. Now we are going to see how would light get refracted through a transparent prism. Consider a triangle glass prism. This is a triangle glass prism. A triangular prism is a three-sided prism. It has two triangular bases and three rectangular lateral surfaces. Look here, two triangle and three lateral surfaces. This is a first lateral surface and this is another lateral surfaces and the third lateral surface is placed behind. So if you take a triangular glass prism, it is a three-sided prism. It has two triangular bases and three rectangular lateral surfaces. These surfaces are inclined to each other. The angle between its two lateral faces is called angle of the prism. Let us now do an activity to study the refraction of light through a triangular glass prism. What is meant by the angle of prism? The angle between its two lateral surfaces is called angle of prism. Look here, this is one lateral surface and this is other lateral surfaces. These two surfaces are inclined to each other, so this is the angle of prism. The angle between its two lateral faces is called angle of the prism. Now we are going to see how the refraction taken place in the prism. when the light fall on the glass prism, this is an incident ray. You know that this is a air medium and this is a glass medium. Air is a rarer comparing to the glass. So the light travel from rarer medium to denser medium. So it refracted towards a normal. Now this is a glass and this is a air medium. Here the light travel from glass medium to air medium. That means denser to rarer. So it emergent away from the normal. So there are three rays are present in this diagram. One is incident ray, a refractor ray, and emergent ray. This is a normal line. And three angles are present. One is angle of incidence, that is angle between the incident ray and a normal line. And another one is refractor ray. This is a normal. The angle between the refractor ray and the normal line is angle of refraction. The next one, emergent ray. This is a normal. The angle between the emergent ray and the normal line is called angle of emergence. And if I draw the incident beam at forward and I draw the emergent ray at backward, these two rays are meet here. This is called angle of deviation. I hope you understood. When the light fall on a glass prism, it refracted and it emergent. It makes a three angle. One is angle of incidence, angle of refraction, angle of emergence. If I draw the incident ray at forward and the emergent ray at backward, these two rays are meet at one point and it makes some angle. That angle is called angle of deviation. This is angle of prism. So when you are drawing the diagram, first you draw this triangular shape and give a name A, B, C and write that is a glass prism. So what is the difference between refraction through a rectangular glass slab and refraction through a prism? In a refraction through a glass slab, the angle of incidence and angle of emergence is same because it has parallel refracting surfaces. If you take for triangular prism, the angle of incidence does not equal to angle of emergence. This is a major difference between the refraction through a rectangular glass slab and refraction through a prism. The next topic is dispersion of light by a glass prism. So look at this diagram. Here I shown an experiment diagram. I took light source. This is a light source and this is a hardboard sheet. At the center of the hardboard, small hole is present. I took triangular glass prism and this is a screen. Take a thick sheet of cardboard and make a small hole or narrow slit in its middle. Allow sunlight to fall on the narrow slit. This gives a narrow beam of white light. Look here. This is a cardboard sheet. It has hole at the center. Here the beam of light are enter. So this slit allow only one light ray to the other side. So this is a uses of slit. Now take a glass prism and allow light from the slit to fall on one side of the face. So here the light fall on one side of the prism. Turn the prism slowly until the light that comes out it appears on nearby screen. So you have to rotate the prism up to the colors formed on the screen. Now what do you observe? You will you will find a beautiful band of colors. So why does this happen? The prism has probably split the incident white light into band of colors. So when the light ray fall on the prism, it disposes the white light into 7 colors. So what is the order of colors that you seen on the screen? Here we have seen the 7 colors on the screen. So what is the order of that colors? The various colors seen are violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. The WebGR will help you to remember the order of the color. The band of colored components of a light beam is called spectrum. So this band of colored component formed on the screen is called spectrum. And we easily know that WebGR is help us to remember the what are the colors are formed on the screen. And the splitting of light into the 7 component colors is called a dispersion. So when the white light fall on this prism, it is split into 7 colors. This process is called dispersion. So violet at placed at the bottom and red at the top. You have seen that white light is dispersed into 7 color components by a prism. Different colors of light bend through different angles with respect to the incident ray as they pass through a prism. The red light bend the least while the violet most. Look at this diagram. When the light fall on the prism, it is split into 7 colors. This is the incident ray, and these are the 7 colors formed. And look at the angle from the incident ray to violet is more. From the incident ray to red is small. So the red light bend the least and the violet light bend the most. Because of why the different color bend through different angles with respect to the incident light, because the different light have different wavelength, and also it refracted at different angles with respect to the incident ray. How it is refracted different angle with respect to the incident ray? If you take violet light, it has a more angle between the incident ray and violet. But if you take a red, this is an incident ray and this is a red, it has a small angle. Different colors of light bend through different angles with respect to the incident ray as they pass through a prism. The red light bends the least while the violet most. It is clearly shown in this image. The violet is placed at the bottom, the red is placed at the top. The angle between the incident ray and violet is more. The angle between the incident ray and red is less. Due to that, the red bend the least and the violet bend most. The next one, recombination of the spectrum of white light. The Isaac Newton was the first to use a glass prism to obtain the spectrum of sunlight. What is meant by recombination of the spectrum of white light? When I combine the 7 colors, I get the white light. When the white light or fall on the prism, it is dispersed into 7 colors, the same as when the 7 colors are combined, it gives a white light. So this recombination of white light of a spectrum was discovered by the scientist Isaac Newton. How he discovered that recombination of the spectrum of white light? For understanding this concept, we have to take two glass prism. and give a name P1 and P2 and place a second prism upside down with respect to the first prism. Here this is the first prism and this is the second prism. The second prism is placed upside down with respect to the first prism. So when the light fall on the first prism, it is dispersed into 7 colors. The dispersed colors are fall on the second prism and it come out in the white color. So a beam of white light to fall on the first prism P1. The first prism split the white light into 7 colors. When these colors fall on the inverted prism, it recombines all the colors into white light, which is observed ultimately as a batch of white light on a screen. So I received the white light on the screen. This is called recombination of the spectrum of white light. This observation Newton's gave the idea that sunlight is made up of 7 colors. So the white color must be consist of the 7 colors. When these 7 colors are combined, it gives white light. So you have to draw a ray diagram for recombination of the spectrum of white light. How to draw a diagram? You have to draw a prism. This is a P1, prism 1. This is a prism 2. When the white light passed, it is dispersed into 7 colors. I cannot draw the 7 colors in this prism. So I drawn only 2 rays and top ray and bottom ray. For in between of this top and bottom, all other rays are present. But here we need not to mention all the colors. Just you have to mention the red at the top and violet at the bottom. And the dispersed colors will fall on the next prism. When it come out from the next prism, it gives a white light on the screen. So you have to write a correct name, R at the top, violet at the bottom. Here also you have to mention R and B. When it come out from the prism, you have to write R and B. Again it enter into the prism, so again you have to write R and B. 3 times you have to write R and B. So this is a ray diagram for a recombination of a spectrum of white light. The next, look at this diagram. Have you seen the rainbow in the sky? How this rainbow is formed? Formation of rainbow in the sky. Refer your book page number 194. A rainbow is a natural spectrum appearing in the sky after a rain shower. Spectrum, you know that the band of 7 colors are called spectrum. So the spectrum is appearing in the sky. That is a rainbow. It is a natural spectrum spectrum appearing in the sky after a rain shower. It is caused by a dispersion of sunlight by tiny water droplet present in the atmosphere. The water droplet act like a small prism. After a rain shower, we know that in atmosphere, the many tiny water droplets are present. So when the sunlight fall on the water droplet, here the water droplet act like a small prism. So when the light fall on a prism, it is dispersed into 7 colors, we know that. The same as when the light fall on a water droplet, it is dispersed into 7 colors. Due to that, the rainbow is formed in the sky. The formation of rainbow arises due to the phenomenon of refraction, dispersion, total internal reflection, and refraction. I will explain you how these 4 processes are taken place in the formation of rainbow. Look at this diagram. This is a water droplet. When the sunlight fall on the water droplet, this is air medium and this is a water medium. Here the air is a rarer medium, water is a denser medium. So when the light travel from rarer medium to denser medium, the refraction taken place. At point B, the refraction taken place. After refraction, it is dispersed into 7 colors. The 7 colors are in the raindrop. Here, this is a water medium. The 7 colors are reflected again in the water medium. That is called reflection. If a one medium means that is a reflection, when the light travel in a one medium, the reflection taken place. When the light travel from one medium to another medium, that means air to glass or air to diamond or glass to air. If a different medium means the refraction taken place. So here the water is a only one medium. The dispersed lights are reflected internally. All the dispersed rays are reflected internally. So here I written total internal reflection. Now consider here, this is a water medium and this is a air medium. When the light travel from water medium to air medium, the refraction taken place. So at the point T, the refraction taken place. Now look, when the sunlight fall on the raindrop, the refraction taken place at B, then dispersion taken place. At C, the total internal reflection taken place. When the light come out from the water droplet to air, again the refraction taken place at the point D. So we can see the rainbow in the sky. Due to the dispersion of light and internal reflection, different colors reach the observer's eye. So this is the formation of a rainbow in the sky. I hope you understood. When you are drawing the diagram, you have to mention refraction, dispersion, total internal reflection and refraction. So condition for the formation of rainbow in the sky. A rainbow is always formed in a direction opposite to that of a sun. Presence of water droplet in the atmosphere. The angle between sunlight and refracted light should be 42 degree. And look here. This is a sunlight. After completing the process, this is a refractor ray. So the incident ray and refractor ray angle must be 42 degree. Then only the rainbow will form on the sky. The next one is presence of water droplet in the atmosphere. After rain shower, the rain droplet must be present in the atmosphere. If there is no water droplet present in the atmosphere, there is no rainbow formation. The rainbow is always formed in a direction opposite to that of the sun. Maybe this is a sun, and this is a water droplet. So when the light fall on the water droplet, the rainbow is formed, and the rainbow is formed the opposite direction of the sun. There are the three necessary conditions for formation of a rainbow. One is rainbow is always formed in a direction opposite to that of a sun. And another one is when the water droplet are present in the atmosphere, then only the rainbow is formed. The next one, the angle between the sunlight and refractor light should be 42 degree. And the angle between the sunlight and the refractor light should be 42 degree. It is clearly shown in this image. You can see also a rainbow on a sunny day when you look at the sky through a waterfall or through a water fountain with the sun behind you. Look here, we can see the rainbow when you look at the sky through a waterfall or water fountain. I hope you understood how the light refracted through a glass prism and what is meant by the dispersion of light and recombination of a spectrum of white light and then how the rainbow is formed in the sky. Thank you for watching.